Okay, I talked about this a little bit in the video for last week. The goal of this project is for you to make a connection between what the data is showing you and how that evidence is answering the research question. So from the week one of the project, you had a research question given to you, you brainstormed hypotheses to that research question so that you vaguely knew what you were looking for. You had guesses on what the evidence was going to show you. Now you have the data, what is it showing you? And you really need to check your assumptions. You've been using the internet for a very long time. I've been using the internet for a very long time, and I don't want to go in and say, okay, so I run the English account, so I'm collecting my own data on this to see how are my posts performing, am I building community the way I want to, because I have specific goals for how I use it, to connect with students, to connect with alum, to connect with the families and parents of students. So as I'm going through these posts and I'm looking at this data, when I see posts that get better likes and I see posts that don't get as many likes, I can start to draw conclusions about what is engaging students. So I gave a presentation on this at the Milanov-Schock Library over the summer, and one of the things that we argued, and I think that it's really true, is for our posts specifically, and this is not a universal claim, for posts on the English department, when we include images of faculty, the posts perform better. People really respond to knowing who their faculty are, what their faculty look like, and that we show up to things. So that can be going to events and interacting with students. Those do really well. Putting on events where students and alum in the community are invited and faculty are there and faculty are talking or faculty are being showcased, those posts perform really well. Like, these are things that I know from the data, but that answers my view of the research question, not necessarily yours. You were probably looking for something different, and what you were looking for is not wrong just because it's different than what I'm looking for and I run the account. So you really need to show, based on the post, like, what is it about the post and the writing and the hashtags and the likes that is showing you the conclusion that you are drawing. If you didn't follow the English account and you followed your own, same thing holds. What is it about the post and the writing and the hashtags and the comments and the likes that is showing you the answer to your hypothesis? It is evidence. And then all of that needs to be woven into the essay that you produce. This will absolutely be a multimodal essay. And I am going to question you if you make assumptions and you don't support it with the data. You collected a data chart for a reason. Now you want to put that data to work for you. I'm going to caveat that with the middle of your paper should not just be a data dump. Nobody knows how to make sense of that. Nobody. Like, sure, it's a data chart. What am I supposed to learn? What conclusions do you, as the author of that author of that essay, what conclusions do you want me to draw? You need to guide me through your critical analysis. That is the entire point of this, is using data to draw critical analysis about writing and how it operates to garner engagement, because that is the web writing cycle. So start doing it on a small scale now. Start drawing conclusions that are data driven, not conclusions that you made up because you've been using the internet for a while. Integrate the data so that you get really comfortable creating multimodal drafts, because that is going to be a skill across work industries that will be really helpful to all of you. How and where do you use images, colors, graphics, headings, data charts? Where do you use these to show your point while you're writing your point? Because you need to do both. Show your point and write your point, and then make sure that you're explaining so what and why does it matter. If you have questions about how you're building this critical analysis, send me a note on Tumblr, send me an email, or stop by office hours. And I do want to note all of this with, there's really no point in using AI this week, because what AI is not very good at is analyzing data. So you could use it for the brainstorming last week and you could include your transcripts there. Please don't use it this week. It's not going to help you. It's actually going to make this project 10 bazillion times harder. So save yourself that headache and don't try using AI. If you have any questions, let me know.